10 minutes to run the code, but that we cannot do something. As of Lambda from AWS, the maximum time is 5 minutes. You can run your code, that's all. If you go beyond that, what you have to do is you have to break down the code and put it into multiple functions, and you have a mapping. Once I just go to this code. Like that. So serverless is not equal to headache because you are actually having multiple functions now. But breaking a big one small big one into small pieces, you have to maintain all the small pieces. Not easy, trust me. Yes, I'm done with the talk. So thank you so much. And a couple of questions.
Yeah, 2 of them, right?
A couple of questions. Yeah.
One more.
Long-running backgrounds are typically not a use case for serverless.
Yes. That's a good. That's good.
Short run,
Yeah.
the long-running backgrounds typically not a use case. Probably should.
No. I'll tell you. Exactly. So for batch running processes, there's something different. So, okay. So the question is because I have written batch running processes, batch run that most probably taking jobs, correct? So, and I also told you that serverless will be short span. So it's contradicting, as you said. That's absolutely true. But batch processing is absolutely a use case for serverless. How I can tell you? See, it's because of the other advantages it brings in: the scaling, the triggering, and its integration with the other services. As you can see,
multiple serverless function calls.
Correct. So you break it down, call multiple others, one after another, and there's something called step functions in AWS where you can actually configure multiple functions as a flow chart. One after this, if or everything can be done. Serverless still suits good for batch. One more question.
Serverless, we have to depend on always the third party contains
Yeah.
also, I see if we use a Google, they always try to
Yes, that's a good question. Because of the amount of time I had, I skipped that. What he's basically asking is locking. Locking of a particular service provider. Let's say if you're using Google functions, you're basically locking to the Google service providers because you're building the function around Google's services. Correct? So what it can be done, locking is always there everywhere. Even if a VM goes on. I mean, containers you can easily do. That's always there. But with servers, that is one of the disadvantages. It's not as simple as that to move out. But there are practices. So what you can do is you can always write your code independent of that particular provider. So instead of for taking AWS example, instead of directly connecting a trigger from S3, you use a client library from AWS and write a code to actually trigger instead of it directly making it. So you make your code independent of all the other cloud service providers. So that is what working is. Sorry, I'll be around. You can just come to me. Yes.
Scaling issue, right? Example of the
Yes.
So do you think scaling is the only bottleneck for application?
Not necessarily.
Right?
Not
So
necessarily.
you cannot say the serverless is going to solve the problem. Because there are multiple bottlenecks. For example, data is a bottleneck. How is it asking you? Serverless is not a solution for scaling. Scaling will not solve the serverless.
Sorry.
You can't be very clear about
Yeah, sorry, got it.
See, one of the database issues, I'll take it. Maybe we'll take this question offline.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to stop. Okay, thank you so much, guys. It was really nice interaction. I'll be around if you have any questions. Please do approach.
Do we have Anant now? Is there? Next speaker? Or do we have Anant, right? The next speaker? Erickson? Sorry? Anant Nair, right? No, we don't have them. Yeah.
Excuse me. Deepak Sahu. So we found this work.
Okay. Good. So I think maybe we can take a break now. Meetup properly now. We can get the next speaker. No, we just take a break now. Let's see when it comes to the table. Please follow the tips. Guys, please sit for some more time, then we'll take a break. Just 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll take a break. So let's hold on some more time. Guys, please wait. Please wait. Don't take break now. Just hold on. Sorry to speak that. Okay. Thanks everyone for staying again. So let me call Nitin from Walmart. We'll talk about Walmart.
Well, that's a tough job. Like, you have to wait for me to have tea. But anyway, I'll be brief, and we'll probably give a good glimpse of what we do at Walmart, and then it's probably a good idea to have tea after that.
Yes, we are.
Perfect. Okay. First and foremost, last year about the same time we had this meetup. We had about 250 people.
Yeah.
And now it's amazing to see 400 people. Sorry about the audio gods, they didn't play on well with us because of the echo. Actually, this room is meant for about 1,200, so we still have chance. Maybe next year we have 1,200 and we'll not have echo, we promise you. Alright. So my name is Nitin Golakar. I lead the Walmart cloud platform. So just to explain, we're almost like an internal AWS or Azure cloud platform or a GCP for the ocean of Walmart developers, and we are huge. We have quite a lot of developers doing lots of all sorts of things. So I'll give you a brief about what we mean by scale for Walmart, right? I know it's a probably jingo, everything is scale, but there is a guy, there is a VP, there is a till manager software which handles $500 billion coming to the till. I mean, it's a big. There is a payment gateway which takes care of 500 billion transactions, I mean the worth of transactions on payment. So the scale for us is just about everywhere. There is, I've seen a system where all the, and if you know 500 billion, it's every basket size may not be more than $5 to $10 or $35, right? Which means imagine the number of transactions we are able to do. So the scale is like, everywhere. Other big challenge which a lot of people ask me, unfortunately, it's not a homogeneous scale. It's about heterogeneous, and heterogeneity in multiple axes, right? Something has to work on mainframe, something has to work on containers. Some people are asking me, what do you do for containers here? We have serverless. So pretty much we're dealing with all that in a heterogeneous way. We have a lot of third-party software. Probably some of the biggest service companies like Wipro, TCS work for us. I mean, it's a variety of things, so it's very difficult, and that's why there was one question, is there one solution for all? Unfortunately, it's not. And I believe we all are from the platform engineering, right? We deal with some of these system-related DevOps issues, containers and all that, and it kind of hits us most. And some of the core developers who concentrate only on business problems, they don't have to deal with all these vagaries of these heterogeneity. As you know, the world is moving to public-private, hybrid, whatever makes sense. We have one of the largest private clouds in the world, according to the number of cores from OpenStack. But we are also kind of expanding, bursting into whatever makes sense for us, whether it's a Google, whether it's Azure, or whatever. There are no other players. There are only two public cloud players. Right? That was a joke. But yeah, we tell them whatever makes sense, we will deal with that. There was some anecdotal question asked to me, what about containers? So how we have to solve the problem for a mega cloud, which means something has to run for 500 billion. We also have constraints. In the stores, we cannot have a physical space for more than 4 servers to keep. And to procure that, it takes a 4-year cycle because we have to deal with 8,000 stores, and going there physically and installing is a problem. Containers solve the problem because the workloads are very different. So how we are solving some mega problems, we are also dealing with micro problems. So we have a lot of micro clouds realized using containerization to solve some of these cases. Because the workloads are different. HR processing happens only once a month or whatever. Then why use that? I can't get another 4 servers to do that. I don't want to deal a whole lot with it. Compliance, because there are a lot of, I mean, as technologists, we are platform guys, right? HIPAA, PCI. I mean, you may not know, it's very unreasonable for us. It's very unjust to us. We're dealing with all this, but actually, these bring a lot of challenges for us. Like what can be done, what cannot be done is determined by this. Like you asked, there's a lot of pressure for cloud providers like us. Right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people kind of represent that platform engineering teams here. What happened to serverless? Somebody talks about it. So there's a lot of technology advances, and we need to kind of make sure that we have secure solutions, work scales. Of course, if I use Cassandra versus MongoDB, and MongoDB gives a better operability, I think I would go for that. So we are always challenged with all this. So for us, scale means dealing with all these things.
Hello.
So let me quickly give you what exactly we do in one slide, right? Just like any other cloud platform engineering team or a group, we deal with infrastructure as a service, right? From things like private cloud, public cloud. What kind of abstraction do we have so that we don't have a vendor lock-in, right? We have our own services deployed there. Storage, we're pretty big on Ceph storage. Lots of open source. By default, we'll go to open source. If not, we will probably use it something else, right? And when you have capacity, there's a lot of work goes on to capacity and resource engineering because you need to build it right from there, otherwise which you cannot take control of. We have a big focus on application foundation code. Actually, we are the developers. So if you look at all these, right, there's a core services such as authentication, authorization, cloud configuration, and stuff like that. Data managed services or managed services where people do not have to deal with. So I was like jokingly telling somebody, serverless also means a lot of people now do not have to deal with service because you fill a form just like Amazon does it, and you just say my transactions are so many, and you don't know whether it's running on 4 servers or 8 servers and stuff like that. So you have a lot of these managed services as a platform team so that the end developers do not have to deal with it. Telemetry, you'll be flying blind unless you run in telemetry. And some other, if I take some examples, we have noticed that if you have about 10,000 to 20,000 nodes of application servers running on 20,000 nodes, let's say there are a lot of applications, scale of Walmart, e-commerce would be running on almost like 20,000 kind of nodes, right? You need about 1/3 of the server to take care of your logging and metrics and stuff like that. It's gigantic. And you have 1,000 node servers to take care of your log data and metrics and stuff like that. So we're dealing with a lot of these things at a very high volume. And obviously, Edge Foundation, because now the world, so somebody asked me, there was a question, elasticity. And elasticity is useless if you just take care of one tier. You also have elastic network, elastic database, elastic applications. So we are solving a bit of a problem for applications, but nobody talks about can your network scale to if you add another 100 servers. And that's where things like the software load balancers and all that will come into picture. So we are investing heavily into making sure that the whole platform holistically is elastic. I want to take a minute because everybody here kind of is going through the journey of how do I get to the cloud native, and we have started about last year. I would like to share the best practices of how we are dealing with it. We have feature delivery, CI/CD, application lifecycle management. Lots of code checks, SRE, which is the site reliability engineering, something which we take pride on, saying that we run 24/7. Obviously. The way to go, Nirvana would be containerized, microservices enabled, lots of dynamically managed integrated DevOps, and obviously nothing happens unless you have a good training and conceptualization, right? And Nupendra kind of even represents some of the teams which do a good job of that. So I'll just go a little fast over this. There's nothing new on this, but these are some of the things, pitfalls you may want to hit upon. There is an elasticity natively built, which means you cannot assume and write an application which kind of works on a mainframe like robustness, no? Because we are dealing with commodity software, and your application has to work on that thing. Resiliency to latency and stuff like that. You cannot imagine that 2 servers are just co-located with 2 milliseconds of distance apart, right? It may be one in India and one in Bombay, and are you having enough paradigms? Maybe something like store and forward to deal with that. I don't know how many of you have seen lately Google and Facebook last 3-4 months, if you don't have network, it says search is queued, and after a minute, when a network is there, the search comes. Now imagine, just look at how an interactive experience has been changed to something which is taking care of applications. So unless you're re-engineering some of your thoughts and applications, you can't just say I'll be cloud native, because then you're just fooling yourself, right? You have to have portability. We talked about that. You have to re-architect. I cannot take your garbage, which is just lift and shift your application and run serverless and cloud and this and that. It just doesn't make sense. We are fooling ourselves. And obviously, HADR is manual here, while everything has to be lights off, right? I've seen a lot of applications where even if the data center goes on, yeah, it'll take another 5 minutes, but I don't have to look at it. So we have a program called Sleep Tight at Night, STAN, where we do all these operations, such as, you don't have to get up in the middle of the night, because for us, we sleep in India time, where most of the traffic gets in the US, right? So if you want to sleep tight at night, you better do something in your architecture now. So I'm just going to, I'm sure there are a bunch of people here who come from the Meetup for cloud native, so I don't know how to deal a whole lot and Meetup about that. But this is our guiding force. And I really like the way they're layered everything. This is not our slide, by the way. Credits to cloud native. We are part of it, but this is not our slide. So I really like people to start thinking about it. People from cloud engineering or platform engineering teams. This was just really a guiding, a lot of guide for us about which products to use, how do you begin, and stuff like that. And another thing which really helped for us is, this is almost like a CNC of trail map, right? Of course, I don't claim that we exactly started with containerization before CI/CD, but it kind of gives you a good, where do I begin, what kind of things, what is my nirvana? If you have to go pitch, elevator pitch to your CEO and whatever, where do I invest and how do I get to the nirvana state? I think this is just a good guidance, and we are really following that. We are taking advantage of a lot of good work happening there. And my advice would be to kind of go spend time and define your journey. Once I get that landscape, I think here are some other things we are doing. And again, as I said, we are evangelizing this in our own dev community. So we are like a cloud provider for our dev community, right? So identity access management, software delivery, and this is almost like dev tools, like all kinds of tools, like a repository and stuff like that. Do we have enough ecosystem for .NET, telemetry, Splunk, Spark, Kafka? So I think it kind of covers the whole segment, and I'm just sharing this so that any company which has begun the journey can possibly learn from whatever we have done, right? Similarly, we have to have private cloud as well as public cloud offerings, microservices. SOA is nothing but microservices. We are doing a lot of work for deep learning as a service. So some people ask this question about training is a fantastic case for serverless, because if you can turn it around to say, how can I just get something trained whenever I have time, whenever I have availability of servers? So we are building a lot of such work to kind of get some of the workloads now. And we covered a few points already here, right? This because there will be some crowd for CI/CD. I just want to take a minute or two. I think this is nothing new for you. This is just a CI/CD pipeline we do. We have for Walmart because we have our own processes, own integration. For example, when I put, let's say, who is allowed to do check-in, we have our own systems to do team roster or something which says who belongs to the team. So instead of manually doing it, so we have lots of integration done that way so that everything is kind of a smooth. And this is another detailed view of the same diagram with some of the technologies which we use, check marks, anchor, dependency checks. We have our own tool called OneOps. We have our own some kind of security using Claire and Anchor. So, it just kind of gives a very mature way of handling your CI/CD for all kinds of workloads, whether it's a container Docker kind of thing or a traditional year of war files, libraries, just about everything. And we kind of have created this as a pattern for all kinds of development. Right. With that, I just want to thank you guys. And if you have any questions, I'm sure I can take a few, but I will be around sometime. And you are now holding people from me. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
So that is slide which
I have some restrictions, just like how I want to give an analogy, like, it's like any other bride, right? Walmart is modern but still traditional. So I will check what can I put in the public space, what can I not. But I'm sure I can check and come back to you. Yeah. Or if you have any specific questions, maybe we can catch up then again.
So I try to make you some more time because we don't want to have again the same problem as the session test. We are getting a team and coordinating to take some more time. So we're going to fill it with we will have our next speaker who will talk about security, which is very important to us. So takes some time there, we're going to give copy. So we just take the next session now and we'll have a read from the video.
Yeah, I'm just trying to correct my Wi-Fi.
You want to take some questions?
Okay, so official break. Official break without coffee. Please come back soon. We can go to washroom and come back and look up to the bag and go ahead and take it outside.
Yes, I will say, take your. Sorry, I will see what I so some of the stories that you can see. Okay. I have to try to find. It's a very complex. It's just that I was trying to So you fill it, you just fill a form. When I say fill a form, just talk about your, in fact, we are doing something very fancy. We are building this one kind of service right now, but enough of the so now we go into your figure out all the and we know actually we observe it for whatever. And then based on that, we will fill a form. We know you're right now. And by default, when you say you come to the code of Walmart Club, there are few dashboards that are already available. Just by the virtue of using our technology, we know your transaction party, number of exceptions, everything is kind of transported or transported based on that. So, like for example, let's say, how do I know that I can put you in the same instance of so for that, I know how much exactly ingestion rate. Based on that, I can decide whether to share it. We are very elastic in that. So that can explain. And then we are
Where is